even when I'm down. Got my head in the clouds and my feet on the ground. I got big dreams, gonna make them true. Yes, we're gonna make the big dreams come true here at the Genius Lab. This is Toby Christensen, your self-empowerment trainer, and we are doing another podcast today about my MOVE program. MOVE is an acronym for motivation, organization, and visualization, and execution. And I call them the 4 pillars of success because when you get your motivation dialed in, you know how to claim it, you know how to sustain it, and you know how to regain it. We have ups and downs. Sometimes we're motivated and sometimes we feel like we're not. And if we know some tricks as to how to connect to motivation, we can rekindle that motivation and get rolling. And of course, motivation is worthless unless we're organized. That's the O in MOVE. Organization. This is organization in your workspace, so things are convenient for you. This is organization in your time management, which of course there's a million techniques and a million books out about that. And most importantly, what almost every self-empowerment trainer / coach forgets is the organization of your mind. Okay? How do you organize your thinking? How do you pay attention to your self-talk? Or do you? Okay? That's a big piece of the organization process of this. So we have MO, motivation, organization. V is visualization. And that is having a clear, precise picture of the target that you're shooting for. I would say 99% of the people that contact me initially say they have a vision. And once we start talking about it, they have no fucking idea where they're going. And it's so broad and so out there, it's like, well, I just want to do good in the world. Well, Jesus Christ, really? Like, come on. Are you going to you know where I'm going with it. It's ridiculous. So get clear. Like, how are you going to make an impact on the world? What are you going to do? Okay. And then the E in MOVE is execution. And this is the key to everything because you can have the best plans. You can have the clearest vision. And if you don't do anything about it, guess what? You're not going to get a damn thing done. And that sucks. So if you're going to move forward, you got to do all 4 of these. I call them the 4 pillars of success. Today, we're going to talk a little bit more about motivation. We talked about that in the last podcast. I want to talk to you a little bit about how to connect to and sustain motivation. And part of it is getting clear on your emotions because motivation has a lot to do with emotions. Sometimes you feel like doing shit and sometimes you don't. And when you don't feel like doing shit, you don't get anything done. And guess what? Then at the end of the day, I'm famous for this. You go, shit, I could have done all this stuff and then I didn't and I just fucked around and I did blah, 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 right? Or I just sat in front of the computer, scrolled through Facebook and cried at the little puppies and, got pissed off at the political shit and, and then your whole day goes by and it's like, God damn it. So, anyway, so in order to eradicate the distractions, get clear about how you feel about things. Like, how do you feel about getting things done and being accomplished? I feel really good about that. When I'm accomplished, sometimes remembering my accomplishments, and this is a really important thing. It's easy to, especially for type A kind of people, to just go, 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 go. We only think about the things that we did wrong so that we can make things better. We never give ourselves credit for the good things that we do. But when we focus on our victories, okay, it feeds that victory energy and we'll get off our asses and we'll start doing some stuff. Okay. And we will make some accomplishments. So that's really important to pay attention to are the emotions and feelings that you have. Remember the I believe exercise. I believe and finish the sentence. Do it 20 times. I talked to you in the last podcast about doing it for 21 days. It's freaking awesome. It'll make a huge difference in your life. It's super powerful. But now I want you to think about what kind of feelings that you have when you think about what it is you want to create for that day. Now, part of staying motivated is being organized, and we're going to get into organization in the next couple of podcasts, but I want to touch on it a little bit now because when you lack structure, you lack direction. When you lack direction, you lack motivation because it's just you don't have any confined
focused energy on what it is you want to accomplish. So it's a little bit hard to connect to that emotionally and get amped up on it and want to kick ass and take names. So I wanted you to think today about what is it that you love to connect with? What do you love to create? What are the dreams that you have to accomplish? You know, do you want to win a Grammy in your music, or do you want to, be on the big stage, or do you just want to have people impacted by what you do or what you write? What turns you on? What are your dreams? Okay. And then what do you love doing and why? So think about that. Like, why do you love doing what you do? Or do you not like what you're doing? Because if you don't like what you're doing, stop doing it and do something else, because you want to be doing what you love, right? So what do you love doing? This is an interesting one. What do you love being? Okay. And this one kind of took me for a while, but what I realized for me is I love being a teacher. So when I'm working with my drums, when I'm working on guitar, when I'm producing music, what I really love to do is not just do that, but I love to learn and I love to teach people how to do stuff. When I'm dealing with entrepreneurs that are trying to get their businesses off the ground, I love being the advisor, being the teacher that helps them. I call it self-empowerment because my job is not to tell you what to do. My job is to inspire you to find out for yourself what it is that you should be doing or that you can be doing to assist or to accomplish your desired outcome. Okay, so what do you love being? What do you love doing? What do you love being? What excites you and why? For me, I get excited like getting toys. I'm a stuff guy. Pardon me. I just got a new microphone and I'm like, and then I had to get this new cord for it because it's a stereo mic. And then I had to get this new shock mount for it. And I can't wait for it to get here. And it's only going to be here. I have to sit on it for like a few days before I can actually use it. And it's driving me crazy. But so I get excited about stuff. And I get excited about watching my clients succeed. There's nothing that thrills me more than to hear one of my clients' first podcasts or to see their website get up and rolling. So think about what excites you and why. Again, we're going back to that why, because the why is a big motivator. And so what excites you and why? And then the other thing to think about is, to keep you motivated, you also have to understand the impact of what it is that you want to create. So if you have a desired outcome, you want to be a coach, you want to be a self-empowerment trainer, you want to be a preacher, you want to be a podcaster, what does that outcome look like and how is it going to affect you? You want to think about how is it going to affect you financially? How's it going to affect you physically? Like financially, like can you make enough money doing what you want to do to sustain your desired lifestyle? Okay. Physically, is it possible? Like, do you have enough room for the equipment? If you're going to be a podcaster or if you're going to be a coach, how are you going to do it? How's it going to affect you emotionally and spiritually? Think about it. How is your desired outcome going to affect your social life? And how will it affect those that you love? So when you get all of these into alignment, the cool thing about it is what happens is you become motivated because you know how it's going to affect you. You know how it's going to benefit you. You know the cost. And then you can step in and really go for it. And when you're clear, you are unstoppable. The thing that is so important is clarity. And when I work you through some of these exercises, they might seem kind of redundant or kind of ridiculous or kind of simple. When I first developed these things, I'm like, God, this is so simple. It's like not technical at all. And I've seen some of the coaches and some of the trainings that are out there, corporate trainings, and I'm like, dang, these things are really complex. I'm not anything like that. But guess what? This gets you clarity, and it gets it to you very, very quickly. The important thing about clarity is that clarity is power. And if you've got the power to move forward, you have the power to create. And if you have the power to create, you will make your dreams come true. So work with motivation by getting clear. Ask yourself the questions. What do you love doing? What do you love being? What excites you and why? How will your desired outcome affect you financially, physically, emotionally, and spiritually? How will your desired outcome affect your social life? And how will it affect those you love? When you change, grow, and transform, it affects every aspect of your life. Clarity about all of these things will accelerate your growth and transformation. When you connect to what you want to do, what you stand for. And again, I go back again to motivation is assisted by knowing your core values, your core beliefs, and your mission. When you know what that is, holy shit, you will kick ass and take names. So in addition to the questions about what do you love to do, what do you love to be, so on and so forth, and how's it going to affect you, get back to that aspect of core values, core belief, and mission. Get in touch with me for a GeniusLab session. It's 4 hours. We do it over Skype or Zoom, and it is kick ass because we go deep into these things and we help you establish what that is. When you connect to what you stand for and what your desired emotional state is and how you want to feel and how you want to rock the world and why you want to do it, you are absolutely unstoppable. So, to you unstoppable wild people out there, keep looking up.